Today I'm going to be discussing 3 unsolved true crime cases that happened on Halloween or around Halloween, like the day before or the day after Halloween. So yes, I'm going to be discussing 3 cases, unsolved cases that are still not solved to this day. This is Hong Jong Song. I hope I'm saying that right. Also known as Cindy. She was a 21-year-old student attending Pennsylvania University. Picture's kind of blurred, but on Halloween in 2001, she dressed up as a bunny and attended a party at a nightclub at the state college. After the club, she hung out with a few friends for a couple hours, and then she ended up getting dropped off at her apartment at 4 a.m. in the morning, and that's the last time Cindy was ever seen. The next day, her family put a missing report in, and that's when the police searched her apartment. And there was evidence in there that she did go into her apartment after she got dropped off. Like her eyelashes was taken off. So there was proof that she did go into her apartment after she got dropped off. A couple of days later, they got a tip. A woman said that she saw somebody that looked like Tina in the Chinatown district of Philadelphia, and she was in a car with the unknown man, and she was crying out for help. A bizarre tip came in 2003 when someone named Hugo said that Hugo Soskinski was arrested, and remains of 5 individuals were found. And it was said that somebody said that him and one of his one of his partners or people kidnapped Cindy, raped her, killed her, and then buried her. But out of the 5 remaining remains that they found, Cindy was not in. She wasn't there. She wasn't in with the 5 remains that were found. There were also another area where a couple of bodies were found that Hugo had killed, and again, she was not there. So there's nothing to tie her disappearance to Hugo's murders. So her case is still unsolved to this day. So the next case is about an old couple on October 30th, 1982. 69-year-old Marvin Bartlin and his wife Ethel was, handing out candy to the younger kids. Guys, they were trying to, get a jump start or getting the candy early. So they were handing out candy to the younger kids. So when they thought like the last trick-or-treater was done, they, closed the door and was ready to go sit down, settle down, watch some TV. And that's when a knock came in the door. And when Marvin went to open the door, there was a man standing there with a pillowcase on his head with holes cut out in the eyes. And he said, "Trick or treat, give me your money or I will shoot." And Marvin just started laughing because he thought it was a prank. So he went to grab the pillowcase out of the man's hand, and the man pushed his hand down and forced his way into the house and forced Marvin and his wife down to the basement where the safe was. Now Marvin knew not many people knew that he had a safe down in the basement. So again, this is making him feel like this was one of his friends pranking him on Halloween. So when they walked through the kitchen to go to the basement, this when Marvin decided to grab for the gun. And this when the armed man shot Melvin in the neck and he ran out of the house. The police was called. Ethel tried to describe the man the best as she could, but again, he had a pillowcase on his head. And she was so distraught and hurt on seeing her husband being so violently murdered 9 months after his death. Ethel had passed away. They had no evidence to fight to. The guy left no evidence at all to, find who he was. Until this day, this case is unsolved. The next case is Chanum Witz. He was a 15-year-old Jewish boy attending Mitzvah of Long Beach. It's a high school and it's in New York, but it's like dorms. Like they stay in the high school. They sleep there. They stay there. The morning of Halloween of 1986, Chanum's body was found laying on his dorm's floor. He had blunt force trauma to his head, and he was also stabbed in his head. But there was no evidence of a struggle. So what they believed was that he was in his bed sleep when he was attacked, and then he was dragged out of the bed and placed on the floor. It was also believed that whoever killed him knew about Judaism customs, because it was a cold night. So there's no way that he would have his window like wide open. But his window was open, and their belief is to open the window to let the spirits escape. So that was, and then the rabbi came in a couple days later after crime scene was clean, and he lit a candle. But in the next day, there was a second candle lit, and nobody knows who lit that candle. And till this day, no suspects have ever been named in this murder case, and this case is still unsolved till this day.